Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious Southern Smothered Cabbage with smoked sausage, stay tuned. Alright you guys, so I have most of my mise en place together, but I'm going to show you guys the smoked sausage that I like to use for this recipe, and I'm going to cut it up for you guys. But I already have my cabbage, one head of cabbage cut, I have a half an onion cut, and I have two sweet red bell peppers cut as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut up my sausage. I didn't use the whole pound, I used maybe half of that. And now I'm going to go ahead and transfer that to my cast iron skillet and let that cook until they're nice and golden brown. This particular sausage does have a little bit of a kick to it, but my 4-year-old and my 8-year-old ate it with no issues, so it's not too spicy. But if I wanted a really good spice, I would definitely use an andouille sausage in replace of this one. But this sausage is really good. If you have not, definitely give it a try. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and remove my sausages from the pan, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my half an onion and my 2 red bell peppers. I'm going to go ahead and cook that down for maybe a minute. Not too long, and then I'm going to add in my 1 head of chopped cabbage. And I know this seems like a lot, but if you guys are familiar with cooking collard greens or spinach, you know that it's going to cook down a whole lot. All right, so now I'm just going to try to toss it a little bit and get the peppers and the onions from the bottom of the pan so they won't scorch. I like to go ahead and put a lid on the pan just so they can kind of steam down a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver in the pan. So once the cabbage is at this state, I can go ahead and season them up, and I'm just simply using some salt, some pepper, some onion powder, some garlic powder, and a little bit of an Italian seasoning blend. But definitely feel free to add any seasoning combination that you like. Okay, so after I add my seasonings, I'm going to go ahead and give it another good toss, making sure that those seasonings are evenly distributed. So now, as you can see, the cabbage has pretty much sucked up all of that delicious oil that we cooked our sausages in earlier. So to further steam down our cabbage, we're going to go ahead and add in our liquid, and I'm using some vegetable broth. And I'm not using much. I'm maybe using about a cup or so. You don't want to cover the cabbage. You want to just have enough so that it can steam down properly. So I'm adding in about maybe a cup of vegetable broth. You guys know I don't measure, so I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but it looks like roughly a cup. All right. All right, so after about 7 to 10 minutes or so, we're going to go ahead and check on our cabbage to make sure that it's not scorching at the bottom. You guys, I check my cabbage often because I've definitely made the mistake of just leaving it and letting it sit for 20 minutes at a time, and I come back to the pan and it's scorched at the bottom, it's burnt. So you definitely want to check on it several times, give it a good toss here and there so your cabbage does not burn at the bottom, okay? So the cabbage is pretty much done at this point. I typically like to cook mine for a good 35 minutes. If you like a crunch in your cabbage, then you can definitely, cook it for less time. If you like yours a little bit more on the, mushier side, you can cook it for a little bit longer, but I'm kind of in the middle. I like texture, but I definitely like mine steamed down a lot, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and add in our sausages and give them a good toss. And that is it, you guys, my easy and delicious Southern Smothered Cabbage with smoked sausage. Y'all, this is definitely one of my favorites, and dare I say, I know I might get a little backlash from this, but I think I like cabbage more than I like greens. Like, cabbage is one of my favorite Southern dishes, you guys, and I like to serve mine with a little bit of steamed rice, fried chicken, and of course, some cornbread. Please drop down in the comments below and let me know what you guys like to serve with your Southern fried cabbage. All right, so this is pretty much it, you guys. The cabbage was bomb. The smokiness from the sausage really comes through. The sweetness from the red bell peppers just complements the cabbage so well, you guys. And all I needed was a little bit of rice because it's all about the cabbage for me. Yes, guys, absolutely delicious. I hope you give this recipe a try, and I hope you love it just as much as we did. Thank you for clicking and watching as always. I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and even share with a friend. Also, make sure that you check out my food playlist for other easy and delicious recipes, and I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.